Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, John Howell here, and this is just a quick update on the S&P 500, Dow Jones, and the good old Nasdaq. Looking at the Dow Jones right now, guys, we can clearly see that what is happening right now. Today, we rallied up into this band of resistance, 26,500 to 27,000, band of resistance through there. We came down and we rejected it and closed lower back into this overall triangle pattern through here. So that's actually not a very good positive sign to see us actually rally up, reject that level and come back down and hold that level through there. So really interesting stuff. The question that I need to see when it comes to this here is, are we going to see something like this? And if we do, then that would be probably the start that would be probably, or maybe be the start of the downward move through there. But the breakout to me would be the key to start to see that. Moving on now through to the S&P 500, and sort of the same thing as well too. We can see it's actually at this level of resistance up through here. We are trending up though on the S&P 500, which is really interesting because the S&P 500 looks a lot stronger than the Dow Jones. So the S&P 500 ran up, went sideways, had a bit of a rejection off the resistance level through there, and now we're at this level through here right now. So what's happening right now on the S&P 500 is we're still getting this sideways phase through here, but we see how we're just starting to squeeze up into a potential triangle pattern through here. If we have a look through this here, we can see how we're potentially now starting to develop a bit of a triangle pattern through here. We have this point through here, we've got this point through here. So where's this going to break? Are we going to start to break down, or is this going to continue breaking up? Really interesting stuff. And the Nasdaq, which ultimately I believe the Nasdaq is in one big massive bubble where we are right now. And maybe the Nasdaq is starting to come to a bit of an end when it comes to the good old Nasdaq. Looking at that through there, if I look at say the last 6 months or even like the last month, we can see how we actually rallied up. We had a bit of an open high and it came down and closed low. So even if we do see a bit of a downward move through here, guys, remember the trend is still up, and so you don't really want to be fighting that, because every time you thought that the end of the trend was here, it rallied higher. Oh, the end of the trend is here, rallied higher. End of trend is here, rallied higher. Right? Make sense? So if we do see something like this, then we could indeed just see something like this again as well too. I doubt it, but hey, I'm not here to just trade based on what I think. But looking at the Nasdaq right now, we can see how it's starting to get really top heavy. And guys, with things like Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, they're massive bubbles right now, and they will start to correct very soon. So do not be FOMOing. For you guys that are thinking about FOMOing right now, buying into things that are already moving up like that, don't. Do not be trying to FOMO, because what's going to happen, the market's going to drop. You're going to be fearful of getting out, and the market's going to do that, and you're like, oh, I should have stayed in. All right, the worst thing that I see people do is they FOMO into the market. They wait for the market to go up a lot, then they buy into it. They buy in on FOMO, fear of missing out. And then when the market pulls back against them because they don't know how the markets work. Now, what do I mean by that? How the markets work, if we go up for a very long time, we're due for some sort of a pullback. So don't be getting in after the market's gone up a lot. We want to be trying to get in somewhere around over here as it's just starting to pick up. And then it goes up through here, we get out through here somewhere. And then we have for a pullback, wait for it to turn, get in here somewhere, the same sort of thing. Make sense, guys? So no FOMO, no FOMO, no FOMO.